Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to the channel. Unlike any other channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, my channel exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe.
So let's get into today's video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at a theme/meme team. As we're out here talking a whole load of smack, what better time than to run a meme team? But it might be a meme team, but has pretty good coverage against the meta. We are running Shadow Shiftry in the lead, running Snarl, Leaf Blade, Foul Play. We've got our XL rank 1. When equipped as my best buddy, this thing is level 50.5. It's a 0-15-15. Shadow Sableye on Shadow Claw, Foul Play and Power Gem. Sometimes operating as a safe switch, it depends. Because we've also got my boy Shadow Drapion. However, it isn't the Drapion I normally use with aqua. It's actually a better IV one running Crunch. So you're looking at this team, it has some glaring weaknesses. If I see Charm, I am absolutely fucked. Let's not kid ourselves. That is pretty much a loss. We're pretty weak to something like a Talonflame lead. Scrafty pretty much runs through the entire team as we haven't got return. But with that said, you already know that we're going to pick up some huge dubs in this video. So grab some snacks because you're about to enjoy the show. We will be leading our Shadow Shiftry for the duration of the video. Because when I was leading Skarmory in the previous video, I won no leads. Speaking of which, here is Galvantula. This is pretty fucking shit, as Lunge will near one shot. So I am going to stay in. I'm going to shield this first one up, and I'm going to over farm. They actually switch out into Stunfisk. Although I am debuffed, this is pretty much our best response. So I'm just going to stay in, even debuffed. These Leaf Blades absolutely chunk this Bear Trap. The Bear Trap doesn't know what the fuck it's doing. It's not even throwing a move, and it's already deep into the red. We can tank this Rock Slide, and I'm actually now going to switch out, banking the energy, and come in with Sableye. They have got enough energy for the Earthquake, but we call the Rock Slide, and they actually bait us. Fuck knows why. They did have enough energy for the Earthquake. Perhaps they opened it to back-to-back Rock Slides. Well, guess what, motherfucker? You don't. We now have our shield back with Sableye. We are now going to actually shield this up, as I believe I can outpace them to the next move. They actually switch out again into Azumarill. Where the heck is my fucking switch timer? Show me my switch timer. We fire off a Power Gem. That does big damage, and there is the switch timer. We have loaded energy, locked and loaded. Leaf Blade draws the first shield. That is an absolute shit play from Mr. Opponent, because we've got back-to-back. Second Leaf Blade takes out Azumarill. Back out comes the Spider. Spider with no shields. You already know this thing is absolutely fucked. We're going to bring in Drapion. You can throw whatever it is you like. It doesn't one-shot, as due to our poison typing, Lunge is only neutral. We tank that, and this Crunch is going to be enough to take game 1. GG's. Moving straight on to the next one. We pick up another bullshit lead. Would you believe it? We see Nidoqueen. We switch out into our Sableye, and we are very, very hard punished with an Umbreon. These Power Gems do fairly chunk. However, this is not something we are going to win. You'd really like return in this situation, but we don't have it, so we're just going to allow Sableye to go down. How are we possibly going to play our way out of this one? Well, let's find out. If this Umbreon is running Last Resort, we could be pretty fucked. Let's see what they're on. This, I believe, is just a Foul Play. They haven't even built up to the Last Resort, so we tank that. I'm going to over farm. We let a Snarl through like an absolute noob. Free turn versus free turn is pretty hard to deny. Either way, they're firing once again. This again is a Foul Play. Shiftry with all of 6 HP tanks it on the chin, and we manage to Snarl down. Back out comes the Nidoqueen. We are now going to fire off these neutral Leaf Blades. First one gets the shield. Second one is going to do big damage. Let's see what Mr. Opponent wants to do. They shit their pants. Shield twice. We bring in Drapion. Drapion gets to this Crunch. This Crunch will do fairly big damage. Let's see. It gets the Nidoqueen fairly low. They now build up towards the Earth Power. Are we going to shield? Are we going to call the bait? We shield and get baited. The opponent throws back to back. Sorry, buddy, you're only at 10s. This is only a Poison Fang. You aren't getting my second shield. We overfarm just a touch. This Crunch will be taking him out. Let's see what's in the back. In the back is a Froslass, and from a great spot, the opponent balls up, and we take that game. Moving on into the next battle, we win lead. Fuck my life, can you believe it? Shiftry on Azumarill is where you want to see it. Well, actually, the whole team does alright against Azumarill, but either way, we're going to shield this up. We're over farming, expecting the swap, and they bring in Bastiodon. Wallface is a bit of a threat to this team. However, we're just going to stay here, and I'm going to try and get my Drapion onto that fucking blue mouse. Leaf Blades are shredding it. We are letting smackdowns through left, right, and centre. Fuck my life, what am I doing? But either way, we get this thing so low. I now switch out into Sableye. We're going to tank this move because Bastiodon has an attack stat of -1, and it does pretty much fuck all. And we save that Shiftry with a little bit of health for the end game. Back out comes Azu. We love to see it. Power Gem coming through. We ain't got return. We don't care. Power Gem actually draws a shield. The opponent throws some energy. We're going to allow our Sableye to go down. Good job, buddy. Great mid-game. We are now in a bit of a rough spot, but it's not so bad. I'm going to come in with Drapion. If they build up to the Hydro Pump, I will shield. But as they only built up 5 bubbles, we're going to tank the Ice Beam like a champ. Ice Beam doesn't do too much. We overfarm. This Sludge Bomb will either one-shot or grab the shield. Let's see what the opponent's doing. They let it go. And in the back, they have a Grass-type Poison. I think it's Venusaur. Yes, it is. We get the shield with the crunch. Please don't get farmed down. We actually make the Sludge Bomb on 1 HP and a Dream. Sludge Bomb does huge damage. We switch out Snarl down, and that is a good game. Moving on into the next battle. We win lead once again. They have a Kofa Grigus. Kofa Grigus is absolutely fucked. The entire team absolutely pisses all over it. Opponent just top left. You are fucked. They switch out into Wallface. We're going to stay with our Shiftry. We've already got 1 shield. We're over farming as much as possible to try and confuse the basic bitch meta player. We're so loaded full of energy. This time I am timing my charge moves a lot better. I'm going 1 Snarl and firing. We've got both shields out of this Bastiodon, and this next Leaf Blade is going to do big damage. The opponent now is lagging. I normally would wait, but as you're using Wallface, fuck you motherfucker, eat another Leaf Blade. It's not really going to matter as this team is pretty much fucked. We get the lag, we take out Bastiodon. Let's see what the opponent wants to do. They're now back in the game. They look to farm down with Kofa Grigus, but guess what, buddy? Have another present in my boy Drapion. We resist absolutely everything. Foul Play, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, whatever it is you're on, it's all resisted. This crunch will be doing huge damage. They let it go, and in the back, they have an Azumarill. So I instant swapped out, which was an absolute noob play on my behalf, but as we've got a shield, we're looking pretty sweet. Power Gem does do big damage. This Azumarill is going to take us out with a play rough, but Drapion with a shield is going to have no problem taking out the not so mighty blue mouse. We get a 3rd shield. I have no idea why. This game is absolutely over, so we just farm down. Shout out Niantic. I'm glad you are nerfing the basic bitch meta player because you absolutely deserve it. Either way, that would have been a win. If it was a more of an even matchup, I would have just stayed in, but either way, we win that game. Moving on into the next one. As I am talking loads of smack, the algorithm says, fuck you, have a lost lead. We see Nidoqueen, which isn't fantastic. We switch out into Sableye. They debuff us and switch into Ferrothorn. The Ferrothorn does shield up our Foul Play. This is just a mirror shot, so we are going to tank it on a chin. So now our defense has been lowered. Our attack has been dropped, but Shadow Sableye doesn't really care. It's still doing big damage. The opponent is going to take us out now. And once again, you're going to see a nice aggressive play. Can we farm this thing down? Surely not. Surely Shiftry can't snarl down the Ferrothorn. But fuck it, we're going to try anyway. We're going to tank the mirror shot. We get no debuff. We're still attempting to snarl down. We're going to take another mirror shot. The aggressive farm down on probably a 30% health. Ferrothorn has been completed. Back out comes the Nidoqueen. You've already seen this in a previous battle. I'm going to spam the shit out of it with Leaf Blades. We draw a shield. The second one does do huge damage. We now switch out into my boy, the mighty Drapion, and the opponent thinks, fuck that, I don't want it. And they leave. Thanks very much for playing. Moving on into the next one. We pick up a lead against some big fluffy pink looking squid thing. This is pretty good for us, especially as the noob of an opponent only throws 4 bubbles. Like I say, kids, stay in school, learn to count. You need 5 for Ice Beam, so I don't respect it. They shield up my Leaf Blade. However, we far outpace you. Have another Leaf Blade. See you fucking later. We snarl down. Let's see what they have in the back. They have Skarmory. I fire off 1 Foul Play to put it into Foul Play range from my Sableye. We switch into Sableye. In the back is a Bomber Snow. This is just a Weather Ball. I am not going to shield. We tank it like a champ, and guess what? We're going straight Power Gem. Power Gem does hit for super effective. See you fucking later. And at this stage, this is going to be a good game. We get to yet another foul play. Rank 1 XL Shadow Sableye going on a rampage. The opponent lets it go, and that is a good game. Moving on into the next one, we see the mighty Shadow Swampert. The opponent attempts to catch a Leaf Blade. No, I play the goat all the time. That play definitely isn't going to happen. We hold our energy. We counter swap the Venusaur with our Drapion. You would think this is a good matchup. Well, it is, but fuck my life, that Frenzy Plant hits like a truck. But we are going to win this in all even shielding scenarios. We can tank one move. Unlike the Venusaur, they can't tank shit. So we're going straight for this Sludge Bomb. Let's see if they want to play out the ones. They actually double shield. Listen, buddy, you aren't winning Switch. I absolutely am not going to let you win Switch. So we shield this up. And we overfarm just a touch going for this Sludge Bomb. So although I'm talking smack, this is where you are going to see I can occasionally play this game. I'm looking top right. We see Swampert come in. So I instant swap before the opponent has a clue what the fuck's going on. See you later, Swampert, with all your energy. In the back is its partner in crime, the one and only Skarmory. Well, foul play does big damage. We CMP tie on the second one. We obviously win CMP as our attack stat is enormous. And we absolutely sweep that team. So GG's and thanks for playing. In the next one, we see a lead against the mighty Shadow Zapdos. Shout out Ganetto. That is his signature Pokemon, but this opponent isn't Ganetto. We stay in. We have to obviously shield the Drill Peck. It will take out a whole family of Shiftries. They bring in Machamp, trying to tank a Leaf Blade. Shadow Machamp can't tank shit. We farm down with Sableye. Back out comes the Zapdos. You are going to have to Thunderbolt us. They've got the Thunderbolt. If you bait, you're about to be very sad. We call the bait. Drill Peck doesn't quite do the job. They are going to have to shield up this foul play. And once again, I think you're going to have to throw. If you try and farm down, you're going to be very sad. We simultaneously KO. So although I am respecting the spice from the opponent, you really didn't play that matchup particularly well, but thanks for playing anyway. Moving on into the next one, we see a lead against the poor man's Swampert, the absolute poor man's version Politoed. They say switch into Nidoqueen, so we counter swap with Sableye. We are resisting the poison moves. Earth Power would do big damage. I've been watching Callum on Toast as I shoutcast his battles yesterday. I strap on a big pair of testicles, call the bait. They bait us again, so now they're going to have to go down 2 shields to flip this mid game. So thanks Callum, I really respect your big ball plays. I'm going to go for some of my own. They now switch back into the Politoed. This could be an Earthquake or Blizzard. I know I'm going to get baited, but I've got 2 shields, so I may as well shield it up. I am now loaded so far ahead on energy. We're going to fire off this Leaf Blade. It near one-shots. In the back is a Talonflame, so although I am pretty smug, this is not fantastic. They don't shield the foul play, though. That is a mistake, because I am going to be able to just shield this move up now, which will be obviously the Flame Charge. I'm going to over-farm. We deny a Incinerate. They are going to have to Brave Bird us. We would survive the next Flame Charge and we'd be able to Snarl down. So the opponent is over farming. We get to this crunch and we take that game. So like all good things, our good run's about to come to an end. All my trash talking, we're about to get wrecked. We see a lead against the Charm Ninetales. I stay in, fire off this Leaf Blade. The opponent shields, obviously realising we are super weak to this thing. We are absolutely fucked, but it's for the concept. We're going to see, can we play our way out of this one? We are going to shield up the Weather Ball. I'm over farming and they switch out into Altaria. I bank as much energy as possible, switch into Sableye. I am going to burn my last shield here as Sky Attack would do big damage. And we haven't really got a great response for this. I go straight Power Gem, imagining they're going to want to 2-shield the Ninetales. And would you believe it? They shield. We are absolutely fucked. We're about to get taken out. I'm already close to 100 energy on the Drapion, so I just fire off this Sludge Bomb. It won't KO, so we are going to have to Poison Sting down. What is in the back? Please be another Charmer. That would be the dream. It is Marowak, so we are going to be able to take this Marowak out, but we're not going to have enough HP, so although this game, we look pretty fucked, it's going to look closer than it is, but let's not kid ourselves, we are bollocks. We take out the Marowak, and we don't make the Sludge Bomb, so GG's to that opponent. Moving on into the next one. All the smack talk and we pick up a lead against Talonflame. So the algorithm is now laughing at me rather than me laughing at everyone else. We say switch into Sableye. We are met with an Azumarill. So this is just a ice beam, so we will survive, and I'm hoping I can get shield advantage. I'm desperately trying to make the power gem. We deny a bubble. Power gem, we'll put it super low. Can we get shield advantage? Yes, we can. Can we somehow flip this really rough game? Well, we're about to find out. Income Shiftry, we sneak a snarl. We are going to shield up the ice beam. I'm going to overfarm as much as I physically can. We CMP tie on the next ice beam, so we're maximizing our energy gain. We take out the Azu. My switch timer has popped up, so we switch out now into Drapion. They bank a load of energy, and in the back is Swamper. This is absolute RPS loss at its finest, but we're going to try and make it close. This Hydro Cannon I can't afford to shield, so that'll take us out. I'm going to come in with Shiftry. I'm counting moves. I'm going to CMP tie him on the Sludge Wave, which we do here. Leaf Blade will take him out, and we're going to have to somehow get to 3 foul plays, but that is not really possible. We're going to have to shield up the Flame Charge. So I fire at 3, giving no free Incinerate. This foul play will draw the shield, and they're already at the next move, so we are fucked. GG's to the opponent. Moving on into the next one. We pick up a lead against the Bastiodon, the fucking brick wall, stupid wall face. This matchup isn't really that bad. Smackdowns do really chunk, but so do Leaf Blades. It would be even better if I could deny a Smackdown. We do it that time. So this opponent is going to have to start throwing energy. We're already at the next Leaf Blade, so we are now going to take shield advantage. Bastiodon does shield. We are now going to allow our Shiftry to go down and take shield advantage. They're not at the back-to-back, so I'm just going to come in, commit to the Shadow Claw down. We are going to shield once, even though Bastiodon has a shit attack stat. I do want to keep this Sableye fairly healthy. Imagining they're going to have Sableye and Metachan in the back. And would you guess what? That is exactly the team we're about to see. Foul play does big damage. I attempt to catch the foul play onto my Drapion. Last minute, I do shield it up, thinking that they might be at the return. They are not. We Poison Sting down, and Metachan is going to have a really rough time finishing this matchup. They bring back in Bastiodon, so we know their energy dry. I fire off this Crunch. They shield it up. What a noob play. They're hoping that they can take us out. We're at their back-to-back. See you later, Bastiodon. Hello, Metachan. I'm going to fire off this Crunch as it is neutral. Really hope my switch timer pops up. Crunch does do big damage. Switch timer pops up. Foul play, combo play. You love to see it. Foul play does do big damage, and we Shadow Claw down, and we take that game. Moving on into the next one, we see a lead against Trevenant, the Mighty Tree. They switch out into Azu. This is possibly one of the strangest plays I've ever seen. We are obviously going to stay in this matchup because our backline does do well against Trevenant. They shield up a Leaf Blade. We're already at the next one. This Leaf Blade will do big damage. The opponent double shields. I'm going to commit 1 shield. I'm going to get a Leaf Blade off and allow Shiftry to go down. So I'm counting bubbles. I actually mistime it. I thought they were 1 short. They must have snuck one in. So now I have to double shield, which doesn't make me particularly happy. But we should be able to win this matchup. Let's see how much Leaf Blade does to Azumarill. Absolutely huge damage. I'm hoping I can snarl down. The opponent now makes a great catch. Onto Stunfisk. I don't know why you'd switch into Stunfisk. You probably want to switch into Trevenant to catch a Leaf Blade. So Shiftry is going on a rampage. You can see I'm living life dangerously. I'm on about 6% battery, but the Bear Trap gets really greedy, obviously not realizing how quickly we generate energy. They bring back in Azu just to flex. We catch the move onto Drapion. We Poison Sting down. Just Trevenant left. We're going to Crunch. Crunch is going to do massive damage as Trevenant has quite a high attack stat. We one-shot. See you fucking later. Moving on into the next one. This is the last battle of the video, and as usual, we are seeing a basic bitch meta player in the Great League. So, Shiftry Bastiodon, we've seen this one before. We're just going to get it low and hope to take shield advantage. We're hoping to deny a Smackdown. We didn't deny it the first time. The second time we do. Second Leaf Blade does do big damage. Because we're at the back-to-back, we are going to force a shield here. Bastiodon does shield it up. Looks like they are committing to the Smackdown. Shame on you, Mr. Opponent. We now are going to take 2 shields. We're in a great spot. Bastiodon, against one of the squishiest Pokemon, has double shielded. They switch out into Sableye. You know it's Metachan in the back. This foul play will do big damage. We do huge damage. We switch out into Drapion to catch the foul play. This time I've got no doubt whatsoever it's just a foul play. We are now counting moves, but apparently my counting isn't as good as I like to think. We are going to survive this foul play. I should have fired just slightly before. Either way, we are going to take out this Sableye. I hit no bubbles. We Poison Sting down. If Bastiodon does return, which it does, they're going to be upset as once again they try and smack down, but Bastiodon, you stupid brick wall, you've got about 1,000,000 energy and you are fucked. In the back is Metachan. We have 2 shields, so even if you're on pop, you are absolutely fucked. Foul Play does do big damage and the opponent resigns, and that is a good game. So triple Shadow, triple meme was pretty effective. Obviously we had some glaring weaknesses, but it was a fun team. So if your counting's pretty good and you want to run something spicy, I'd highly recommend this team as it is great fun trolling the meta. So I'd just like to say thank you all for watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers. If you're enjoying the content, post it down below. If you want to see more of the trash talking, I'll keep it rolling, and I will see you all in the next